With the 14th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts dream scenario came true. They take Tyler Warren, the tight end out of Penn State. Derek, so many people saying there's no way Tyler Warren falls to the Indianapolis Colts at pick 14. Well, shout out to the Chicago Bears. They took Colston Loveland with the 10th pick. So Tyler Warren wasn't the first tight end that got drafted actually in this draft. It was Colston Loveland. So that allowed the Indianapolis Colts to stay put at 14 and get their guy in Tyler Warren. And Derek, we've talked about Tyler Warren a ton during this offseason. He's been the main topic of conversation pretty much entirely throughout the course of the offseason.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew the Colts needed a tight end desperately. We saw the stats from last year. It was not pretty. The Colts had, I think, if not the worst, one of the worst tight end groups in the entire NFL. Tyler Warren was a massive need for them. So they went out and they got their guy. And Derek, when you look at Tyler Warren, he's 6'6", 260 pounds. He's a tight end that not only offers you something that you don't have from a receiving standpoint, but he also is a tight end, Derek, that can block. He's a well-rounded tight end.
Yep.
We heard Chris Ballard a couple days ago on Monday talk about the fact the Colts need to get a tight end that can play all three downs, right?
Yep.
Tyler Warren certainly fits that bill. While, yes, he may not have the upside, say, as a Colston Loveland in some people's minds, he still is a very, very quality player. I mean, a guy that...
And that depends on who you ask.
Exactly.
Too.
Yeah, some people have said that, but to me, it was not a question at all that Tyler Warren was by far, in my opinion, even though I think it got a little bit closer as the draft kind of came around, Tyler Warren was still the best tight end in this class overall, currently as we stand right now. So I think when you look at that, this is an absolute slam dunk for the Indianapolis Colts. Like I said on stream, they probably sprinted that pickup because that is an absolute steal at pick 14. You get the best tight end in this class. The Colts missed out on Brock Bowers a year ago. They get their guy in Tyler Warren here at pick 14.
Yeah, like you said, Chicago taking Loveland at 10 was the first major, oh my gosh, in this draft.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we couldn't have imagined they would have taken Loveland over Warren again. Like you said, the majority consensus is Warren is the number one guy in this class and one of the most complete tight ends that we have seen in a draft class in quite some time.
Yeah.
Even more complete than Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers might be a better receiving threat in some ways, but Tyler Warren can do everything for you, man. And no doubt that this whole situation, it came down to the more people kept going off the board, the more you were thinking Tyler Warren could get there. You first came with the Jets, then the Panthers, then the Chicago Bears, worrying about if Dallas wanted to make a move. I mean, we even remember that Dallas pick. Tyler was the first word we heard, and you could see it in our stream. Our hearts skipped a beat because we thought it was going to be Tyler Warren, but it was Tyler Booker. So,
thank goodness.
It was so, like you said, this could not have been a better scenario for the Indianapolis Colts. Again, some people suggested there might be more positions of need that might be more important for the Indianapolis Colts. You know, talking about edge, talking about linebacker, all these different things. But I got to be honest with you, Cody, I can't get behind that because like you just said, the Indianapolis Colts had the least productive tight end room in all of the NFL last year. Now, no doubt that quarterback play had something to do with it, but it also, we watched it. If you actually watched Colts games, you would have sat there and you would have seen the number of mistakes that were made by our tight end group last year when there was actually plays to be made that could have been happened, but they didn't. But now you have a guy, Chris Ballard said it in his presser earlier this week. He wanted to have a guy that was going to be a 3-down back, someone that was going to be on the field every play and can do everything for you. Tyler Warren is that player. He can be on the field at every single play if you needed him to be. He can line up on the outside. He can line up on the inside. He can line up in line. He can line up in the backfield, guys. The Penn State offense was so creative in getting Tyler Warren the ball because this is a guy that while he's 6'6" and 260 pounds, Cody, he is an athlete. You see him hurdle people. You see him run over people. You see him outrun some people. So this is a guy that can do everything for you. And we know how the Colts like to mix things up, especially in the red zone and in short yardage situations. Can you imagine an Anthony Richardson potentially, Jonathan Taylor, and Tyler Warren in the backfield for teams? That is going to be a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare to have to think about that. This is a huge step for the Indianapolis Colts. They got a playmaking tight end that is going to make an impact day one for that offense.
And we talked about it before. When's the last time the Colts have had a tight end that truly could strike fear into an opposing defense? It's been a while. Probably have to go back to 2018 with Eric Ebron, that 1 year. But long term, the Colts have not had that type of tight end, honestly, since Dallas Clark. As much as I love Jack Doyle, he wasn't that. He was solid. He was a really, really underrated player. But Tyler Warren offers you something, frankly, you haven't had at tight end for a long time. And if you're looking at this Indianapolis Colts offense right now, I know there's still questions at quarterback. You feel good about your wide receivers. You got to figure out your right guard position. But other than that, Derek, and maybe another running back, I feel really good about this Colts offense. I mean, that was the most glaring, obvious need the Colts had on offense. And we saw they didn't do anything when it came to free agency for the tight end position, even though they could have. You know, there were some guys available for trade. The Colts could have gone that route, but they didn't. They stayed put, believed Tyler Warren was going to be there, and the board just fell that way. And, you know, I was a little bit concerned because we heard rumblings about the Rams potentially coming up and drafting a tight end. And so when Miami picked, I exhaled a little bit. I was like, okay, he's going to be here if the Colts so choose. And shout out to Ballard. His patience paid off here. Tyler Warren's an Indianapolis Colt, and I just think this has been the pick that everybody's wanted.
This is what the Colts nation wanted.
If you polled 100 Colts fans, I guarantee you about 90 of them would have said Tyler Warren.
Yeah, most of them probably
Most of them would. And this has been, last year was such a surprising pick. This was the least surprising pick, but probably the happiest we've been for a Colts pick in some time.
Especially since, like you said before, we didn't know if this guy was going to be available.
Yeah, there was a real scenario where he wasn't. So, this was an absolute steal here. I had multiple people texting me, and one person said, you guys got gifted Tyler Warren, and I absolutely agree with that.
Yep. Thank you, Chicago. Thank you, Chicago.
And thank you, other teams.
Else that passed.
Thank you, Miami. Thank you, the other teams there that stayed and picked, because they easily could have traded out and gave a team like the Rams an opportunity to go up and get a tight end, right? So, I am absolutely happy with this pick. And now you can focus on some other needs for the Indianapolis Colts, which is definitely great. So, Tyler Warren, the pick here, guys. I think we're pretty amped up about it here.
We're very amped up.
And just excited to see what Tyler Warren will bring to this Colts offense. Certainly a piece they were missing last year for sure. So, guys, let us know your thoughts here on the Tyler Warren selection here for the Indianapolis Colts. Let us know all those things in the comments down below. Guys, we're still streaming tonight, and we're going to be streaming tomorrow and also Saturday. So you guys definitely don't want to miss that. But guys, that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell. But that'll do it for this one. Thanks, guys, and go Colts.